Hello students, welcome to part 2 of your chapter Electoral Politics. Now students, in this part 2 we are going to discuss, as already we have discussed in the part 1, and we are going to discuss here the further point that the various type of election process we have. The first three process what we have, that's called general election, by-election and midterm election. Student, every 5 years, right, for our for our country in India, we for Lok Sabha and for state assembly, that's called for Vidhan Sabha, every 5 years we have a common general election for throughout the country. So that's called be termed as a general election to elect our government. That's called the central government or for Vidhan Sabha the state government. Now, student, if any representative, maybe the MP or MLA, when they resign from the member or due to their death, their seat get vacant. That time this election again get held in that constituency. That's called by election. And student, when Lok Sabha or State Assembly dissolved before 5 years, then midterm we have again another election. That's called a term. That's a midterm election. Midterm election also we can understand in the term of general election. Now, student, what do you understand by the word called electoral constituencies? Student, for the purpose of election, what we do in India, like in our country, we divide the various area for the purpose of election, and that area, these areas are called electoral constituencies. Like in Lok Sabha election, we divide the whole country in 543 constituencies, and from each constituency, the member elected is called member of parliament or MP. And similarly, for the state assemblies, we also divide the areas in the number of assembly constituencies. And each member elected from the constituencies, they are called MLA, member of legislative assembly. And similarly, also we divide the areas for the purpose of municipal and panchayat election also. Right now, student, we talk of next point called reserved constituencies. So, what do we understand by the word called reserved constituencies? Student, the word reserved constituency, basically our makers of our constitution, they made this provision in our constitution so that the people from the backward class, maybe from the scheduled caste, or maybe from scheduled tribe, or from the backward class, they also get the chance to raise their voice or their demand in the assembly or maybe in the parliament. Now the question comes, why we need to reserve constituencies? Student, in Indian constitution ensures every citizen to elect its representative and form various group, right? Because this group, their lack of resources, education and various type of facilities they deserve. For this constituencies are reserved, and only the people from this constituency only can get elected. Then comes, student, voter list. Student, a voter list is nothing but in a country like democratic country where we have a democratic election. Here, the people, the list of official, that's called people. The election commission, they prepare the list of the eligible the eligible people who attain the age of 18 years, they are being listed in the voter list. And election commission, what they do, they issue a epic card, that's called election photo identity card, or we can say in the common sense, we can say in the common language like voter card. This is issued by the election commission. The student, basically the meaning of this voter list is also called a electoral roll or maybe the voter list, and also in other words we can say it's also called a epic, that's called election photo identity card, or it's also called voter card. Commonly it is called voter card, and this is basically issued by the election commission to all the people who attain the age of 18 years, so that they can vote and elect their representative who will form the government. Okay, students, now we will meet in the next class, part 3. Take care. Thank you.